What's that up in the sky? It's a bird. It's a oh, it's a lamp. Oh, it's an iron farm. Man, that thing is way up there, and it doesn't really look like it's very well supported. That wall there is just not really gonna do it, and that single support there is kind of a bit weak too. So it's all resting on that central pillar. Howdy, y'all. Joe Hills here, recording as I always do in Nashville, Tennessee, and today on the Hermitcraft Vanilla Minecraft server, we're going to go ahead and we're going to put some legs on this. Like, let's imagine that you had bought a table, and then you put a bunch of doors on top of it, and then you had a bunch of, I don't know, magical iron creatures fall out of the table and then, I don't know, sacrifice their bodies so that you'd have an unlimited supply of iron. That's kind of what this iron farm does. It just floats up in the sky and gives us unlimited iron, and it looks okay, but it's kind of way up there floating, and I'd like to address that. So let's go ahead, hop over here real quick. Boom, boom. So, now obviously, we don't want to just have, well, that was almost effective. We don't want to just have like a single pillar like that holding up the farm, because that doesn't look much better. But having maybe a thicker pillar that's somehow reinforced might look pretty cool. So let's go ahead here and start giving this kind of a little bit more of a shape. Now, if I just do a square, that's kind of okay, because everybody loves squares in Minecraft. But I think it might be kind of neater if it had some sort of, like a triangular element here. And so we could kind of jump up here, and then we'll go ahead and have the, maybe these outside feet won't go quite as high as the other ones, but we'll see how that goes. So it's pretty simple. I'm just, using the iron that's provided by the farm itself to make the iron better. It's kind of like if you, I don't know, let's say you buy an elephant and you use it to help you carry your crops or whatever. Then you can use the crops that you sell to buy a second elephant. And it's just this, like, kind of self-perpetuating elephant-related issue. And elephants, of course, never forget how much iron they have. And that's the link between this and that story. That doesn't look quite so terrible. Let's swing out this way. And now I'm in a creek. Dang it. Okay. So that looks passable, maybe. I'm not sure that I love how it becomes purely a square at the top. I thought that that would look a lot better than it does, and it really doesn't. So, might have to revisit that. Do I have enough elevation here on that? Boom. Okay, great. So if I just bring that the rest of the way up here, and that the rest of the way up here. And of course, here's the farm itself, and I can explain how this works. I had somebody else build it who was not me, and then it worked. Next problem. Okay. So let's go ahead and see, maybe if I kind of cradle those around there, or even, what if I change, I don't want to touch the farm too much itself, but it might actually make things look a lot better if I did come through here and take care of it like so. So, here we go, putting our little torch back there. That might have been very precisely placed for a reason, though, so we're going to leave that. Okay, out to here, how does this come together? Underwater. Excellent. Ah, that's a squid. Where are we? Oh, good, it's almost nighttime. Okay, well, that looks maybe better-ish. We're going to go ahead and try add some other legs and see what we come up with. Time skip. Well, now that I've had time to put a few legs on here, I think that on the whole it looks better, but I think that it really needs something to tie the legs in more. Like, also, maybe I'm going to get rid of this wall. Not sure if this is important or not. It does contain a note from Mr. Unhost saying, Mumbo, I'm sorry I didn't see you didn't want any doors around here. I didn't see it till I was too late. Please forgive me. Well, I forgive you, Unhost. And I think time has forgiven you as well. But that doesn't mean we can necessarily go through here and leave your wall up. Also, I'm kind of on the fence. I think I'm going to need maybe to put legs on some of these other corners, like that one right there. Like, this whole structure is just so oddly shaped. But, oh, and like, see that corner there? Maybe I need legs on all four of those internal corners as well. Which I'm kind of a little bit more worried about, because if I mess with that, it could spring water everywhere. Which might not be optimal. But, anyway, we'll see. Time skip. Welcome back, folks. As you can see here, not only do we have all these pillars in place, but I've also put in a little bit of a fence down here at the bottom. What I'm realizing, though, is that just makes this top part look really starkly empty. So I'm thinking I want to add some sort of iron trim up there without interfering with the overall workings of the machination. Now let's see if this ender pearl will get me... No. Well, maybe from here. Okay, well, to the ladder! By adding this L shelf here, or Le shelf, this should allow me to kind of give the impression that the overall structure is actually supporting the weight of the top part. Oh no, I've screwed it up already. So I just need to make sure not to place any blocks out of order. The furthest back one has to go first, and then so on. Real simple. You can actually just kind of tap and then you screw it up. Well, you get the idea. Okay, so now when you take a look at it, it looks really good, I think. That frame-in job definitely works along here, and then I carried it back that way. I didn't want to do the whole structure yet, so you'll see that lip and that lip are untouched, because I wanted to make sure that I was actually genuinely pleased with the result. But so far, this is actually coming together pretty okay. Let's go ahead and apply that treatment around the clock. It's not really a clock, it's a spawner. Let's go ahead and apply that treatment around the spawner. It's... okay, I need to stop circle strafing into pits. Having added the additional lip here, I gotta say, this is looking way better. I do think, though, before we close out the video, that I would like to tear down this terrible wall. So, hopefully whoever built it is not offended. I really don't remember. It might have been me. This looks like a terrible enough wall that I might have constructed it. So, hopefully I won't be too mad at myself. Let's go ahead and just try and ender pearl up to the top here. Well, that went about as well as I would have expected. Okay, new plan. We're just going to kind of start clawing our way up here. Just kind of hewing out a stairwell as we go. That's always pretty reliable. Oh, cool. Hey, there's some charcoal in there. That's nice. So, for some reason I don't understand, these iron giant guys here keep trying to path up this hill, so then they can get in the way of my pickaxe and my axe, which is kind of frustrating. Hopefully they will cut that out. Yeah, stay down there, guys. I got plenty to do up here. Or should I say plenty to hew? See, because that was a colorful joke. Just kidding, it wasn't. It had nothing to do with actual colors. But yeah, stop it, guys. Down. Down, boy. Well, I think this definitely looks a lot better than it did when it was just floating up in the sky and had a terrible wall in front of it. But on the whole, I'm not completely happy yet. I think that this is a great place to stop this episode, though, so I can let my mind turn over ideas and come back at this fresh to really polish it off. And if you guys have any ideas, please leave them in the comments. I'd like to hear them. Well, until next time, y'all, this is Joe Hills from Nashville, Tennessee. Keep adventuring.